It's a damp, rainy, cold day out. So what better day than that to be in the shop working on my new project, Project 6.0. What we are looking at LQ4, baby. So I got this off Marketplace. It's got 190K on it. I already started the teardown and the cleanup. I didn't film all of that. I had to descale the crap out of this block, and I decided, well, I don't want to do orange anymore for engines, so I decided to do a nice blue. This was the big ordeal, getting this crank pulley off. I'll show you why. I tried using a puller from the center pieces, and wasn't a good idea, but snapped it right off. After trying 1,000 different ways, I had to go onto Amazon and buy this proper puller, which hooks in. I'll show you. Like that. So that did it. Got that off. Happy about it. I'm going to need to put a different balancer on. But I don't even think I mentioned what this engine's going into. Well, if you guys know, I already put a 4.8 in the Jimmy. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. And it needs a new heart. So, if you know, you know that I already got a 4.8 in here. That, I'm trying to do this with two hands. Okay, so you know I got the 4.8. It's got aluminum heads. I painted the block orange, so yeah. This is kind of the new hype. I got all the valve train over here. I inspected everything. All the push rods are good. All the rockers are good. I'm gonna have to put the oil pan from the Jimmy on this engine because it was a custom oil pan. Those are the old cast iron early LQ4 heads. I had no idea an LS engine ever came with cast iron heads, but I learned that a couple weeks ago, which amazed me and surprised me. But do you really want that heavy, dirty, rusty cast iron? Well, I did some research about putting aluminum 706 heads from a 4.8 on the 6-liter, and apparently they pair really good with good compression, and you get quite the torque curve. It even came with the intake manifold, which is identical to the one on the 4.8, just these are the proper 6-liter injectors, so I'll be running that in the Jimmy. Today, since I finally got that pulley off, I'm going to be removing the front cover and cleaning it and painting it black because I got overspray here. I'm going to be running the stock camshaft, stock pistons, everything's good. There's nothing worn out. The camshaft's in great shape. I'm going to be obviously cleaning up the rear of the engine. I'm going to have to put it on the engine crane to get to the back because the stand's in the way. It's going to be the ongoing summer project for the Jimmy, so let's just get into it. Okay, first things first, take these 10 mils out. All right, all those bolts are out now. Okay, I thought that was going to be fused on, apparently not. Yeah, there's a bit of sludge buildup on this engine. I'm not too concerned. It's kind of normal. It was also from a farm truck, so I'm not exactly sure how loose these chains are supposed to be. but I'm gonna have to look into that actually. So there's this much slack. You can move, there's a bit of play here in the cam, so this cam can move this much back and forth and the crank's not moving at all. But I want to say there's supposed to be slack in this chain. Anyway, I'll have to look into that before I confirm. But that's strange. That's the first finding, this loose chain. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that, because when I did my small block Chevy, it was tighter than this, but LS is completely different. So if anyone in the comments knows if it's supposed to have this much slack, it'd be good to know. Let's look up this timing chain issue. Okay, so you learn something new every day, apparently. So because I'm used to doing Chevy small block work, like the rebuild I did on the truck, when I did the 4.8 and the Jimmy, I never took the timing cover off. I never looked at the timing chain, never looked at the oil pump. Everything seemed to be fine because the engine was in good shape. Same with this one, it's in good shape. So apparently the small block Chevs timing chains have less slack than the LS timing chains. I just went and watched a video on a brand new chain on an LS1, and it had about the same play on both sides of the chain and movement. So this slack I found in the chain is apparently normal. It's not like the small blocks. When you put your small block timing chain on, you have to put, you hook the bottom of the chain on the crank sprocket, then you hook your cam sprocket on and bolt it in. And when I rebuilt my 305, like the chain was nice and taut, but this one, I guess the design, there's supposed to be a little bit of slack. So, but that's good because it's in good shape. Did the same thing to this side, quickly buffed the mating surface. It's our old crank seal we're gonna want to take out. Also, I didn't order my full gasket set yet, but turns out I got a few things from my last build because I didn't take the front cover off like I said. Can at least rig this up, I believe. Okay, crank seal, just want to make sure it's the right one. How does that go? Seems to be the right one. Just got a little bent from being away for so long, but that's okay. Okay, cool. So we got to get that crank seal out. Okay, probably just hook it. Are we hooking aluminum? Hope not. Woo! Blew up in my face. We were not hooking aluminum, so that's good. Well, I was really in there. Look at that powder. Okay, let's compare to the new one. It's the same size. So the way these work, this ring, when you press the pulley on, it folds this and becomes the sliding surface to seal. So Right now it's not folded because it's new, that old one. We'll just keep here just in case. Obviously I'm gonna clean this up. Like I said, I wanna degrease this and everything and paint it black. Obviously there's a bunch of corrosion in here now. Probably gonna put a bit of silicone around where the seal goes in. Wow, that was really in there. Looking good. Gotta find something to put that seal in. Because I do not have a seal installer. But that's not a huge deal. That is perfect. First, like I said, I want to put a little bit of silicone on it. Not much, just a bit. Of the right stuff. Try to do a little wee bit. Just a bit. Of course. Not bad. Come to the back side, you can see if it's in all the way, which it is. So I was gonna make note about this engine build. When I did the 4.8 from the Jimmy, I kind of just slapped it together. You know, I was 18 or 19 at the time, didn't have the same knowledge and wisdom and experience that I do now. But when I built the engine for the pickup, the short box, I tried to perfect the engine, paint it perfectly, make sure every little piece of dirt was off, and it ended up just not being a fun project. This one I'm doing on a budget. I had this old seal sitting around that I hope is still good. I got this old front cover seal. Like, I just want to have fun, do it on a budget, save money, kind of just mess around, you know, put some silicone on there. Like, it took the fun out of it. So I'm trying to get back to just enjoying it, having fun. Like, I just cleaned this up and got the grease off. I wanted to paint it black. I don't even think I have black spray paint. So you know what I'm going to do? I got a black gravel guard kicking around. I'm just going to put a nice coat of gravel guard on this front cover and see if it holds up. And if it doesn't, whatever. It's not a big deal. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't feel like going to buy black paint. So if I can find black paint, I'll use black paint. But if not, I'll just use gravel guard. So all I could find was gravel guard. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so paint's dry, mating surface is good. Got the bolts in, got the metal and rubber gasket lined up. So here's the catch. I made this mistake when I built the 4.8, it leaked oil after. It's because I tightened the front cover and the rear cover down all the way before I put the oil pan on. So the oil pan and front cover alignment was off, and I didn't put silicone at the cracks where the mating points are, and it leaked pretty bad. I mean, not really bad, but a little bit. It drips and stuff. So I'm not actually tightening down these bolts all the way today because I'm not putting the oil pan on anytime soon. So I'm just getting everything lined up as best I can. Like I said, I don't want them tight. Yeah, you can push this up into its proper location because it can move around a bit. So that's why you gotta leave the bolts loose until you do that. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think that's a wrap for today. Thanks for tuning in. Honestly, this project's coming along very nicely. I'm not in any rush. Just going to enjoy the process and make the best of it. Take care.